thank you
Hello.
for coming on this call. And I'd just like to introduce you to our audience. This is Hazel Cake, who is a horse healer and people healer and Reiki master and all kinds of amazing alternative skills helping people and animals have a much better life. Is that a good introduction?
That's about right. Yes, in a nutshell.
Okay.
Mixture of everything, but yeah, that's a good summary.
And we were introduced by a mutual friend about a year ago, and we had a chat. And it was rather strange. Apparently, I got sort of carried away and started talking stuff that didn't make sense. But I'll leave Hazel to tell you all about that and what actually happened.
Yeah, that's right. We were having a nice sharing call, you know, explaining what we do, what our background is, and then Jim started talking about another separate story, and it kind of came out of nowhere. And I thought, this is interesting. Where have we gone here? And he was explaining about a lady that he'd helped who was suffering with numbness in her feet, and he was explaining the story to me, which I can't remember the details now. But as I was listening, I thought, this is really strange because I'm suffering with numbness in my left foot quite severely, and I had done for well over a year, tried different things, not really sure what it was about, no blocks or anything. And so I started to tell Jim this, and I was kind of interrupted and said, this is strange, I have this numb foot. And he was, oh, that's interesting. And then he was saying, right, okay, you're going to meet a horse, you're going to have this healing with this horse. You're not going there to heal the horse is doing the healing for you. You're going to meet this grey horse somewhere, I'm not sure when, but you will, and after that exchange you will have no numbness in your foot again. It will be completely healed. So I thought, oh, thank you, that's amazing. And I'm thinking, where is this grey horse? When am I going to meet this grey horse? And a few months later I went to sanctuary that I volunteer at, so I'm there all the time. And one of the horses there, we never really seemed to have any interaction. And he is, at that time, his colouring was grey because he's changing the colour as he gets older. And I wandered down one day at the end of the field to stand with him, and he just pushed his head against mine, and we were just breathing together. It was absolutely beautiful, and I could feel all this lovely energy, and I was just asking him if he wanted anything, but it was very much more about me than it was him, which was really sweet. And we must have been there for about 15 minutes, and it was just the strangest thing. And afterwards I was feeling very warm, very, you know, very loved, all of that, all those lovely feelings. Wandered home, and about, I guess it may have been about an hour later, maybe a couple of hours later, I suddenly realised, and Jim popped into my mind, and I thought, oh, Mistigan's the grey horse, he's the grey horse. And then I had to check in with my foot, and my foot was completely fine, no numbness, completely gone, couldn't believe it. And it took a bit of time actually for me to contact Jim to tell him that, yeah, his story came to fruition and my foot's been better, so thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. And that's about a year ago?
Yeah, about a year ago, and my foot is still fine, no numbness.
Gosh.
So yeah, really great.
That is beautiful, that's amazing. And I don't know, it must be the way I tell them.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely lovely, yeah.